as in the past 4 years, Coffee Care and Chivo have again opened the Kita and seminar programs in the Huehuetenango region of Guatemala. These programs have offered coffee pickers a safe place where their children can get meals, education, recreation, and medical supervision at no cost, while they're out harvesting coffee in the mountains. 2016 is the 5th year that these children have the option of not going to the coffee fields. Instead, they can grow and play in a proper environment. Chivo, as the leading German coffee roaster, is extremely interested in promoting and sponsoring child labor prevention programs. And Coffee Care, a Guatemalan nonprofit association, has over a decade of experience at developing such programs. This year, however, Cubo, the innovative coffee making system, has joined the partnership, becoming a key player in the success of this project. This year, 640 children attended the programs, 13% more than in 2015, and 400% more than when the program started in 2012. The rate of kids returning has also continued to increase, with 254 children returning to the program in 2016. That's 159% more than in 2013. As the program continued to develop, a worry arose within the staff. The children of the migrating coffee pickers had a good education, child care, medical attention, and proper nutrition, but only for a maximum of 3 months of the year. What happened when they went back home? Since June 2015, a scholarship program was implemented for outstanding students that had attended the program repeatedly. Only this time, it would be for the whole year. Some of the criteria for choosing the scholarship recipients was that they had to be migrants, had to go to school in their hometown, be age appropriate, and then were investigated by social workers to analyze their needs.
El proyecto es integral porque no únicamente se beneficia al niño en sí, sino a la familia en general a través de un programa de desarrollo integral, donde trabajamos 3 áreas: salud, educación y nutrición, con diferentes actividades que involucren al becado y a su familia en general.
The scholarship includes helping the children with school supplies twice a year, physical education, and school uniforms, 2 medical checkups per year including any medicines needed, and 10 social worker visits per school year. For each child in the scholarship program, each family is also rewarded with 1/4 of a monthly food basket. In Guatemala, a food basket is the minimum possible monthly dietary requirement for the average family's proteinic and caloric intake, calculated for a family of 5.3 members. For the first year of the scholarship program, 12 students were chosen, and these are the stories of 3 of them. Nancy is a 10-year-old girl that lives with her mother and her 3 sisters. The reason that Nancy is the only one in the scholarship program is that because of her age, she has been going to the Kita program the longest. Today is Mother's Day in Guatemala, and this is the Mother's Day celebration at Nancy's school in Santa Barbara, Huehuetenango. Nancy's father died a few years ago, and that means that Doña Lluvia, Nancy's mom, is the sole income bearer for her 4 daughters. From January through March, Doña Lluvia works as one of the babysitters in one of the Kitas in Peñarroja. But during the rest of the year, she's employed by other people in her community to plow and harvest the cornfields, making the equivalent of around €350 for a full day's work. For Doña Lluvia and her family, the scholarship has meant a big help. Since Nancy has begun enjoying the benefits of the scholarship, Doña Lluvia has been able to spend some of her money toward her own small corn plot. She has also realized that studying is important for everyone in her family, including herself. She is one of the parents that has enrolled in the government alphabetization program, having been motivated by the social worker, and is now making progress toward learning to read and write.
A mí me han ayudado bastante. No sé cómo pagarle porque en todos me ha ayudado, de la comida, de los cuadernos, para enseñar a mi hijo de escuela. Eso es todo.
Vilma's story is a little different. Because of living in extreme poverty and the culture they grew up in, she had been going to school, but her parents didn't pay any attention to what was going on or to what she did in class. Vilma had been getting excellent grades during the year, and then at the end of the school year, when they received the report card, it said that she had failed the year. The social worker had been doing her monthly visits and knew that something was wrong. Why had Vilma not passed after her excellent grades all year? If that was true, it meant that she would lose her scholarship. The social worker approached Vilma's parents to ask what had happened, to which the parents had no idea. That caused the parents to become more interested, and they began to research what had happened. Vilma's father and mother organized the community and found out Vilma wasn't the only child this had happened to. With help from Coffee Care's social worker, they made a legal case out of it. And when the investigation concluded, the teacher was fired from the school.
La verdad que yo sentí un poco duro, pues como la Vilma no ganó, yo lo pensé así, entonces la verdad ahí sí no le puedo decir si va a seguir dando la ayuda o no. Y la Vilma dice que como yo no gané, mejor voy a salir. Entonces, pero yo le dije, no, a lo mejor vamos a hablar con el maestro y gracias a Dios que la señora vino a apoyarme también. Pues por eso la Vilma ahorita entró a la escuela. Yo estoy agradecido pues porque siempre la beca pues siempre nos ayuda bastante, ¿verdad? Ajá, nos ayuda bastante.
Since then, Vilma's parents are always attentive to their children's schooling and have started going to the government alphabetization program as well. Joe is a charismatic 10-year-old that's in the 2nd grade. He lives with his mother, father, and siblings in a family of 6. Every year, Joe's family migrates to Los Arroyos farm for coffee harvesting, and the time they spend there represents the family's biggest yearly income. When they return to their village, they just don't have enough to make ends meet. Joe's family suffered because of their father's alcoholism and domestic abuse. Since they've had the scholarship, the father barely drinks anymore for fear of losing this support. The social worker has been studying the family's case closely and has reported that Joe is now enjoying greater self-esteem and has become more of an extrovert than before. Some of the short-term results that have been observed is an initial change of attitude by the families to the importance of avoiding child labor in their culture. Parents learning to read and write, as almost half the parents voluntarily chose to start learning how to read and write. And parents having a greater interest in the details of the children's education. In the future, the program will be facing some challenges, as trying to change generational cultural patterns can be a slow process and can sometimes be met with resistance. After 5 years of implementing this program, the first long-term results are starting to show. At the moment, the food bag is turning out to be the biggest immediate impact on these families, sometimes providing the only food the whole family will have for a month. This, however, can contribute to reach the ultimate goal of education being the main pillar of these kids' upbringing.